Tell Senator Manso, can I just quickly clarify? Did I hear you say that you helped rig elections before now?
Let me tell you one thing. Yes. Yes, I did. Because I'm now confessing the truth. Look, what do I mean? I don't have to go and change election. But you know, when you provide money, you give money to INEC boys to help you if they see any chance that they should favor you. You provide money to the security. All our elections in the past, I've been in this game for about 40 years. And I tell you, each time, it's not necessarily when I'm contesting election, but when my party sponsors a candidate, I would like that candidate to win election. And what we used to do before, we make provision for INEC, we make provision for security, we make provision for even agents of other parties, you know, so that they will not, you know, raise any objection to whatever we are able to get. So whether I rig myself or not, by providing those resources, financial inducement to the officials, I am rigging the election.
Do you think that we can diminish or remove that influence as 2019 approaches?
I believe so, because you see, if people are going to get like me and they refuse to do it, if we, the players, unless we give before somebody will take, right? So don't give, and then we don't get a taker. Why? You don't even ask me why am I thinking this way. Look, I am tired of being seen as a criminal in the streets of the world because you are a Nigerian. You know, you assume that everybody is an innocent human being until it's proven otherwise. But once you are outside this country with a green passport and they say you are a Nigerian, even if you are a pastor or you are an imam, they will assume that you are criminally minded or you have criminal tendencies. That's because of where you come from. That must change. I am tired of living in poverty in the midst of plenty. I cannot, even no matter how much you have, every day you see people coming to you, relations, friends, this and that. My wife has given birth, my mother is a hospital, this and that, every day. But if everybody had enough to take care of himself or herself, they will come bothering you to say, give me this, give me that. And I believe that we have the resources that people can live a decent life without being beggars to those who have. Just because we haven't gotten our own governance system right. So we need good governance. And good governance can only be provided by good people who are truly repentant, who actually are there to serve the people, who are concerned about the well-being of the people, being the primary concern of the well-being of the people. Then, when we have such leaders, I can tell you they will judiciously and prudently use our resources for the common good of everybody.
Which is it for you, Dr. Badaya? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Okay, how would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
A very good morning and welcome to 25th of April 2022. It is exactly 8:44 a.m. in London. My name is Olayomi Koiki and the platform is KOIKIMEDIA. You do not have to believe the late Dr. Malafia Obadia. You don't have to believe him. But you should be able to look around the country you love so much called Nigeria and ask yourself the truth. Are we already invaded or are we just about to be invaded? You don't have to agree with the disintegration and dissolution and the breakup of that most fraudulent country that was created in 1914 by the British Empire. You don't have to believe. But one thing we can tell us is Nigeria is at the verge of breakup. America is not going to help us to break up Nigeria. Great Britain will not help us to break up Nigeria. France, Germany, Italy, Japan, China, India, Pakistan, Ghana, Benin Republic, Cote d'Ivoire, any country around the world is not going to come and rescue anybody. So if you are sitting down in your own little confinement and praying to Almighty God as we do for the last 61 years and hoping that a miracle will fall down from the heaven and come and disintegrate Nigeria, you are joking. And that is why on the 28th, we must all be going to Akiti State to support the motion of the court case that has been put together by Re-Ilana Omo Oodua. We don't want to go into war with anybody, but we will use every means available to tell the international community that are shining away that election will not hold in Nigeria in 2023. On the fraudulent 1999 constitution that has been used to subject and subdue millions of Nigerians while other people are not having a good opportunity. It is time to tell them the truth. Nobody will vote come 2023 in Yoruba land, and the process starts on the 28th in Akiti State. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and welcome once again. We have all been deceived that we have what they call a 1999 constitution. But what they never told you was the military created that for us. And it is time that we tell them that we will not allow that in Yoruba land without us coming out. Enough is enough. If they are not telling you that, you are hearing this now, that there will be a court proceeding in Akiti State on the 28th. We have had enough of a union that was put together on a false lies that we are one Nigeria. Nobody is Nigeria. We are Yorubas, and we have been Yoruba for thousands of years before the Great Britain came to invade us for over 400 years of slaves. Enough is enough. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá fẹ́ dúró, àsìkò ti tó. And nobody in this world will stop the Yoruba from having their own independence from where we were before as a kingdom. Not even our royal fathers can stop it. Not even any politician will be able to stop what is about to come 2023. You might think we are joking. We have had enough of the nonsense where millions of people have to die because of the basic things of life. And yet, they're telling you it's about life. It's not about life. The Yoruba kingdom have been in existence before Britain came to us. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti ń bẹ kó tó di pé British wá. Why would they now tell us that we should keep on into election? What a fraudulent country that has put a country together. Enough is enough. The time has come that the Yoruba will exit out of Nigeria. But Ado-Ekiti on the 28th, we must all be prepared to go down there. Bó bá jẹ́ pé o máa forí rìn débẹ̀ ni, you need to be there. Tó bá jẹ́ pé o máa rìn débẹ̀ ni, láti ìsìnkú bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rìn, so that you will be part of that process. Enough of the Yoruba being subjected to stupidity. We have all these lawyers all talking nonsense. People like Afe Babalola telling us that they should bring an interim government. Ṣé àwọn ọ̀gbọ́n etí wọn di àwọn ọ̀gbọ́n pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti ń bẹ before Nigeria? These are the people that should be talking, but rather they are protecting their property, they are protecting their wealth, they are protecting their dignity, while the dignity of millions of Yoruba people is being thrown into the mud all over the world. Enough is enough. I say good morning and welcome once again. Ado-Ekiti will happen on the 28th. They will tell you constitution, and you just ask yourself, what the hell? What kind of constitution? What constitution? The constitution that the military created. So when they tell you constitution, you should be asking yourself, which of the constitution? A one constitution here, the fraudulent constitution that was put together by some little, not more than 1%. Enough is enough. That means every Yoruba are dumb and stupid and coward. That means we are all cowards, including myself. Nobody must tell us how we want to live our life. Nobody tell the Belgians, the Germany, the Ola, the Cyprus, the Turkish. Every one of us must now say, enough is enough. We must stop this. Enough is enough. And tó bá fẹ́ ṣe Nigeria kó máa lọ sí north. Tó lọ bá wọn ṣe Nigeria. If we do nothing between 2023, that means every single one of us are coward. Mumbo, my beautiful son is asking for something and I need to attend. And I hope you can do the same thing in that shit hole. Àwọn máa máa ké nínú ilé, ẹ̀rí kan fún wọn jẹ. Ashemboni. 1 minute, let me get the screen ready for us. My name is Olamilekani. Enough is enough. Time for the Yoruba to leave the contraction called Nigeria. Shit old country. Iluti fraud of a Yoruba kingdom was put in the hands of a caliphate. And we have all these idiots, all these senior advocate of Nigeria, all these, I work in the banking sector that is controlled by the Mala. Àwọn Hausa tó kàwé. Kí lẹ fi ṣe? Ọjọ́ kù sí London, àfẹ́ support Yoruba nation, àwọn olórí burúkú, àwọn wèrè. Kí lẹ ń ṣe náà ní UK? Business wo ló ń ṣe? O ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ kankan because wọ́n máa sọ fún ẹ pé you are still Nigerian. Let's go and watch this so that I can deal with the son that is asking for something. Let's listen to this.
Are complacent and they will not stand up to immoral conduct. Then we justify that particular conduct. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And quite sincerely, the judges too, they have part of the blame, but they don't have all the blame. The problem, I think, like the patriots pointed out a long time ago, is that Constitution, Decree 24 of 1999, is a diktat, it's a military diktat. It tells a lie against itself, what you are brandishing as the Constitution of Nigeria. It's an illegitimate instrument. There's nowhere where we all agreed Even
though it begins with we the people.
No, that's the lie that I'm talking about. And I'm not original here.
It's a fraud.
The patriots have said it. Okay? And Ben Nwabuse continues to say it. I attend meetings on the Black Table where Ben Nwabuse presides. And he will tell you that constitution is a fraud. That we have to jettison it and do an autochthonous constitution for ourselves. So please let us recognize the limitations of the 1999 so-called constitution. We need a constitution which reflects the spirit of the age, which captures our imagination. And that's why I say acquiescence by the generality of the people is what has pretended to lend legitimacy to an otherwise illegitimate instrument.
And for 23 years, we all allow that to happen. 23 years. We have people that say we have the no, and we could not stop it. Allow only the few to dictate and decide for us. 23 years, we were all lied to. But it's going to happen. The process will happen from the 28th in Ado-Ekiti, where a court case to prepare part of what would happen. So on the 28th, Re-Ilana Omo Oodua, worldwide court action against the 1999 Constitution. We know that the Osogbo one was not coming up as planned, but that has been moved. Huh? My what? My phone. iPad. Where's your iPad? Go and play with the iPad. My phone is busy now. I'm going to use it for later on. So the court case of Osogbo is going to be coming up on the 17th. But the one that is going to happen in the next couple of days, which is 3 days from today, will be the one that is going to come up right there in Ado-Ekiti. The Yoruba kingdom has existed before the British came and decided all their 419, they are corrupt, they are subject on us as Yoruba people. We have had a kingdom. We have had a process that works for us until they came in, and 400 years we were put in slave trade, sold all over the world for the benefit of àwọn olórí burúkú òyìnbó that are now going to tell us and decide how we want to live our life as Yoruba people. On the 28th of this month, 3 days from now, the court case proceeding will start. And we advise anyone that can travel down to Ado-Ekiti to start preparing their mind, because these are part and also so many other processes that will lead to the final dissolution of the Yoruba kingdom coming back. It is not about whether they are fixing Lagos-Ibadan Express Road. It is not about because we don't have electricity. That's why we want Yoruba nation. Kò ń ṣe pé torí pé a níná la ṣe ń sọ pé a fẹ́ Yoruba nation. Kò ń ṣe pé torí pé a lómi. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti ń bẹ kó tó di pé ilẹ̀ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ó wá sọ́dọ̀ wa. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti ń bẹ kó tó di pé àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun wọ́n wá kó wa lẹ́rú. So ó ṣe lè wá jẹ́ pé a ní ká padà síbi tí ilẹ̀ wa wà, tí ìran wa wà, tí ẹ̀yin kan wá ń sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ 2023 election ló pọ̀. Kí ló ń jẹ́ 2023? Níbo ni àwọn political party wà nígbà tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti ń bẹ tí a ti ń ṣètò tí ètò ń lọ bó ṣe jẹ́ kó lọ tí gbogbo àwọn òyìnbó wá copy tó replicate tó package tó gbé sínú pálí tí gbogbo wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sínú ọ̀rá káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé tó fi di pé a fẹ́ gba passport British, a fẹ́ gba passport America, a fẹ́ gba passport Germany, China, a fẹ́ gba passport àwọn ìlú tó ní kẹ̀mùkẹ̀mùkẹ̀mù but a fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ débi pé passport ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà á máa jẹ́ the same value. And those of you that say you have a country, just watch this. I only pity some of you.
The age of 20 to 35 and you apply for a Dubai visa, you probably will be denied, and it's all because of this clip. Let me backtrack a little bit. Some weeks ago, I was invited for the NAS Summit, which was happening in Dubai. If you watch social media, I'm sure you guys know NAS Daily. He makes a lot of videos about people and places across the world.
Guys, I am now on top of the most beautiful building in the world.
And this was a very amazing opportunity. I was so excited, as you can imagine. This was an opportunity for me to, first of all, represent the continent on the world stage. Secondly, it was also an opportunity for me to meet a lot of creators from all over the world out there.
Welcome to the first ever NAS.
And I was also going to be a speaker at this event, so this was like top level. I wasn't just invited, I was going to speak in front of everybody. Yeah, you can imagine I was gingered, ready to go, and then I applied for a Dubai visa. I've been to Dubai before. I was in Dubai in 2019, just before the pandemic, and then the visa came out within a day. But now I was told that the visa was going to take 3 days, which wasn't a problem for me because I still had like a week before the actual event was going to take place. So 3 days wasn't so bad, or so I thought. Only for 3 days to pass, and then I got denied for a Dubai.
He got denied because he still believed there's a country called Nigeria. It is not because we are being denied visa. That's why we don't want to be part of Nigeria. It is not because we have not make it outside the country. That is why we don't want Nigeria. No, the Yoruba kingdom has been and will continue to be in existence. And the Fulani Caliphate knew that the only way they can pin us down is to use every resources that they've captured from the Yoruba land, the Igbo land, the Middle Belt, and then use some of our politicians to knock us off. And that's why we're telling the politicians, especially the Yoruba politicians, continue to do your campaign. We don't have an issue with that. But the Yoruba land election will not hold. Don't ask me how it's going to happen. We are going out of Nigeria because Yoruba was once a kingdom, just as Great Britain. We were kingdom before they came from. They came to deceive us that they are coming. But they never told us that they had a different agenda and a mission. It's not just because of the 1999 Constitution. It's not just because Dele Giwa was killed. It's not because Dr. Chinel was killed by terrorists on the bomb. It's not just because our sisters in the southeast are being killed on a daily basis and our brothers. It's not just because Jumoke was killed last year during the EndSARS. It's not just because of that we want to break up from Nigeria. It's not just because our sister traveled in Lagos on the public transport and she was used for ritual. It's not just because of that. It's not just because of anything. It's because these are Yorubas that have been in existence before British Empire or British Kingdom came into that kingdom and then steal almost everything, destroy heritage, destroy everything that represents myself and you today. And now we are now giving a false identity. That false identity is now being rejected by Dubai, being rejected by Germany, being rejected by the same country that colonized us. And you stupid idiots all over the world are still thinking that there's a country called Nigeria. Your identity was changed by the British Empire in 1914 after stealing so much for 400 good years. They gave you a fake identity. And some of you still want to be proud Nigerians when Yoruba Kingdom has been in existence before Nigeria. Are you stupid and dumb? Don't you understand that a British will continue to be a British, a Scottish will continue to be a Scottish, a German cannot be allowed to be given a different identity? Why then would they give us a false identity that we have kept, and we are now saying that let's take it down peacefully? And that process started from Ado-Ekiti on the 28th. KOKORO head was chopped off in a country. But yet, as we speak right now, there is no justice. And they are moving around, coming to United Kingdom, sending their caliphate to come and continue to negotiate on our behalf that there will be election. And some of you idiots saying you are well educated. What kind of education do you have? That your identity, I see that. Your identity now is being dragged away from you. Is it because you have a different passport? Is it because you decided to naturalize yourself away from Nigeria while millions of Yoruba people are living in their own false kingdom, being given a different name? Ìwọ lọ gba British passport. O wá sọ pé ká keep Nigeria. Ìwọ lọ gba passport ìlú mi. Ìwọ denounce ìlú tiẹ̀. O ti ṣe naturalization. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tẹ́ wà labroad tí ẹ̀ ní ṣàǹfààní gbogbo yín pátápátá. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ àlè, ẹ̀yin ti gba passport ìlú mi. Ẹ wá sọ fáwọn tó wà nílé pé ká keep Nigeria. Ẹ ní ṣoríire gbogbo yín. Ògùn lákàyè ló máa ta yín. Ẹ ní ṣoríire gbogbo yín pátápátá. Ẹ̀yin ní passport ìlú mi lọ́wọ́ tó ń pè ní British passport, ẹ ní American passport, ẹ ní Canadian passport. Ẹ wá sọ pé káwa keep Nigeria. Ògùn lákàyè ló máa wọlé pa yín. Ẹ ní ṣoríire. Our people are suffering. They are suffering because of the negligence of a lot of us that have kept mute. Wicked people. This is the time that Yoruba must tell the world that we have come to stay and nothing will stop it, even if it has to go to war. Yes, I say it. Tó bá fẹ́ dogun kó dogun. Tó bá fẹ́ dogun kó dogun. Enough is enough. We cannot be continue to be told lies for over 108 years of what was created by British Empire in 1914. We are not fighting the British citizen, but we are telling the British government that we will not stop copying you because you came in and destroyed what belongs to us by putting us in this amalgamation, and we will now de-amalgamate from what you created, whether they like it or not. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa dúró. Look at me very well. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó máa dúró. It is not about Tinubu. It is not about Dele Momodu. It is not about Sowore. It is not about any one of them that is contesting for president of 2023. There's nothing called president because the first ever election was never allowed by our father, the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo. The British Empire, the British government rigged the first ever election in Nigeria in 1959. Are you stupid? I've been talking about 2023. Ṣé òpònú nìwọ? Ọ̀dẹ̀ nìyẹn. Election of the nílẹ̀ tẹ́pẹ́ ní Nigeria in 1959. The British government rigged it for the Hausa people. And you are now talking about 2023. Ọ̀dẹ̀ nìyẹn because nílàákàyè. Tó bá jẹ́ pé onílàákàyè ni, wàá máa béèrè pé kí ni ìdí tí British government ṣe rig election in 1959. Ọ̀dẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti dúró. Ó dẹ̀ ti dúró, kò sí tó lè yí padà. Láṣẹ àwọn tó láyé tó lọ́run. Inshallah, in Jesus' name, nothing will stop it. Tó bá fẹ́ dogun kó dogun. Bọ́ kò ní dogun nítorí pé a máa kọ́kọ́ lọ sí court. We are not waiting for United Nations. United Nations don't create countries. We could not save our people. Our people are dying every day. They were stealing billions, giving it to them, giving it to their cronies. And some of you think that it's about because maybe we hate Nigeria. Yes, we hate Nigeria because Nigeria was never our own. We are Yoruba people. We are a kingdom. Kingdom niwa, and we will remain a kingdom forever, just as Great Britain, just as all the kingdoms around the world. Let's come here again. These are all the lies they told you. I am here to debunk those lies on your behalf, because some of you probably are so stupid to know that you have been told lies for a very long time. Let's watch this again. And welcome to the program.
Of Nigeria, a legal practitioner, joins us next as we continue our focus on this amendments to the 1999 Constitution. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for coming on this morning.
It's my pleasure to be here.
The Honorable says that, in fact, it has an interesting theme, that retreat that they have, towards ensuring good governance, accountability in Nigerian federalism. And I did ask him, he says, look, that Nigerians may have a wrong impression, but they mean well for this country. But looking at some of the provisions, I know you've gone through this. You think they really mean well for good governance from what you've seen?
Let us be honest with ourselves. We lawyers say you cannot build something on nothing. The Constitution, the 1999 Constitution, is a constitution that I believe we should jettison completely, because it does not augur well. After 17 years, it has created more problems for us in Nigeria. It has given more powers to the executive governors and the president, that in exercising these powers, they have allowed corruption to come in. Let me give you an instance. The question of security votes with governors has no basis in the Constitution. They are illegally accepting security votes without constitutional, provisions. Security votes was brought in by the military governors, because being a military governor, he needed security votes to start looking at people who are going to topple their government by way of a coup. So they allowed them that money so that they could be paying spies to report any coup attempts. Now, the civilians inherited it without a constitutional provision. When Imo State was doing its 5 years something on your channels, the commissioner said Okorocha released 4 billion of his security vote to enable them to use it in building schools. Let us even agree that 4 billion is the minimum. When you multiply 4 billion by 36, every year for the past 17 years, you see what money has been going into the pockets of these governors, and they don't account to anybody.
And we don't know how much exactly.
I'm just using that revelation by Imo State. Now they should be called to account for it. As far as I'm concerned, they have ripped Nigeria of more than 1 trillion naira.
And we have idiots all over the place. Rather than go and do what we are asking you to do, go out there, sign the petition in our millions, prepare our mind for the exit of the Yoruba people from this creation that was put together by the British government in 1914. We are all trying to run around the politicians for peanuts. The same politicians that kept you in abject poverty. Some of you do not even understand that the politicians are also working for the empire. And they are using the caliphate indirectly. And that is why you probably see images like this across the country you call Nigeria. You remain the capital poverty of the world. That hasn't changed. Security. They've done their best. Oh, let's open Idiroko border. Ẹjẹ́ àṣì Idiroko border. Káwọn Yorùbá inú wọn lè máa dùn. Òpònú kan náà wá sọ, wọ́n máa ti ṣí Idiroko border fún wa o. Do you know billions are stolen from your port authority? For 2 years, nígbà tó ti Idiroko border, they were bringing in jihadists to come in your port and say pé ISWAP ló blow Kogi State Police Station. Mo ní àbọ̀dẹ̀ nìyí. ISWAP has been in Nigeria for how long now? It's because you are not listening. You are not smelling your environment. They are all over riding Okada. They are waiting to unleash havoc on us if we do not unplug it now and de-amalgamate ourselves from the nonsense. The kingdom has come. I asked the question during our late night yesterday. Can Fulani give up the power? Somebody then called and said, will the British give up the power? So are we going to sit behind and continue to see these kind of images where they will send in the caliphate? Oh, go to London. Go and speak to the defense headquarters in United Kingdom. There are millions of Nigerians here. The British government refused to give them resident permits. Omo Oodua, Mumbeni, please. It's good when we get the sound of these, our beautiful children. But it makes people like us feel sad. Looking at our son in the house and looking at your own son. I can feel your children in the house. As I speak right now, because there's no support. We are living because Yoruba kingdom. Hey, Nigerian soldier. Come on, see London. Hey, Awusa Fulani man. Janja weed. Maybe you don't know. Let's come again. We've had a little bit from this man. I think that's all I need from him. But let me just, just to top it up a little bit. Let's listen to this.
Where is the president from? Chief of Staff, Chief Justice of Nigeria,
every one of them are Fulani. Why do you hate Igbo people and Yoruba people and Yoruba people? Fulani, 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 Fulani. Why do you hate us? All the available, go and support Biafra. They don't want support. They won't go vote for election for you to be idiots. Go support Biafra, support Arewa. Let's dissolve the whole country and we can now play how we want to play. That's not the Fulani that is coming to play. Somebody studying Sharia, Chief Justice of Nigeria. Fulani. Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. This is not the citizen anymore. Every part of Nigeria, Fulani, all the embassy outside Nigeria, the immigration sector is controlled by Fulani Caliphate. All the 19 state governors are all Fulani. 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 Zoological Republic. Go and sign the petition. Once again, a very good morning to my brother there, Citizen Ewa, on all the medias, watching or not watching. We appreciate everybody doing everything we can do. Once again, a very good morning. It is now exactly 9:15 a.m. We are not fighting anybody, but we want our kingdom back, and we will get it without asking it from anybody. We don't have any right to go and ask anybody because I want to and then now give us a different name. Some of you think that these nonsensical, these fraudulent, these fake, these passport, or probably maybe you have a new one that has been given to you because you don't live in Nigeria, but your wickedness, careless about those back home. A passport, look at every part of it there. Everything is red. Those means that you cannot travel to all those countries without applying for visa that you will never be given. Murimbe, Babami, Ugbeiti, France. We have come to go. We have come to go. Go where? Take back what belongs to us. Ado-Ekiti is going to happen on the 28th. And we want everybody that can make it. Oh yes, it's there under the United Nations. Even though United Nations do not give countries. So those of you thinking that United Nations will come and do referendum. No, we are not leading any referendum. We are making a declaration to go back to where we are as a kingdom. Declaration of the Yoruba kingdom. Whether you are Yoruba that live in the north, if you still think that you want to live there, that is your own prerogative. We are not going to say because, hey, wàhálà ti wà lórí gbogbo already ẹ̀yin mùgúnmù. Gbogbo wa ni mo kí. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ìyá wa oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Mo kí gbogbo yín níbi tí tẹ́ bá wà títí dé òkè òkun lọ́hùn. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn àlùfáà. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn aláàjì. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn sheikh. Ìjẹ̀sìn kọ́ la gbé dání. Ìjẹ̀sìn pé Mùsùlùmí ò fẹ́ràn babaláwo, babaláwo fẹ́ràn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì. Ìyẹn kọ́ la gbé dání. A fẹ́ padà sí orísun wa gangan tá à ń pè ní the kingdom that we were before the British came and colonized us for 400 years. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń tà wá dànù. Àwọn wá ń sọ fún wa nísìn, hey, who created this passport? Do you know that the passport that you are carrying in Nigeria was put together in 1914? Are you not listening? Hey, go and get your PVC. We are going to show them. Show who? Show who? Who do you want to show? This is your grandfather, for those of you that still believe in one Nigeria. That is your grandfather. Most of you man, they bury a grande. That is your grandfather. That is the man that was working as a governor, administrator in Nigeria, that eventually put Nigeria into this country that you are now so proud. Hey, I am a proud Nigerian. Yeah, we were all proud Nigeria, but now we know the truth. And if you are still saying you are a proud Nigeria, you are as stupid as idiot. Mumu, you're mumu. You are mumu. You are mumu. No be juju be that. In 1914, they put it together. Why did they put it together? It's for their own economic reason. It's for their own reason known to you and me. But some of you don't want to believe. Some of you believe, but you don't want to agree. Koiki, I understand you. Don't understand any point. Shut up. You are mumu. Mumu Madu. You are mumu Madu. You are still waiting for your church, your mosque, your babalawo, your tradition to come and tell you that there's no country called Nigeria. You are still waiting for Basojo to come and tell you that there's no country called Nigeria. You are still waiting for the church to come and tell you, Omo Oodua, Kilarila Roike, Energy Mapogun. You are still waiting for them. Abibeko. Still waiting for them to come and tell you. You are still waiting. Still waiting so that they can come and tell you that we are. Okay, let's bring it here. Once again, a very, very good morning to those of you that have joined us so far. My name is Olayomi Koiki. A lot of you will probably call me KOIKIMEDIA. That's fine. My job from the media perspective is to educate you and bring your conscious mind back to who you are as people. This passport was created by this man because and he was working on the British instruction. Go and Lugard, go and do whatever you want to do, Joe. Go and do whatever you want to do. And he now decided, after maybe sleeping with his girlfriend, they wake up in the morning. What do we call this, this Negro? We just give them, Nigeria. Just call them Niger area. They have river there. Just put it as Nigeria. And everybody, hey, we have got independence. We're Nigerians. But we are now saying, yes, let's now come back to the reality. It's not yet wasted. The quicker we get back to where we are, we can then start progressing as people with the real identity. Our identity now is fake. Fake identity. Fake identity. A very good morning to everyone. Just bear with us. I'm trying to bring my screen to what I wanted to play now. I can see it, but it's hiding. Okay, I've seen it. I hope I've not disconnected anything, and I hope we're still live. Once again, a very good morning and welcome. Okay, we're still live. Let's just watch this. For those of you that are saying, Koiki, I understand, but it's leadership problem. Oh. What leadership problem? What leadership? Thank you so much, Citizen AY. It is our own kingdom. Well, look, I don't hate British people. I don't hate American people. I don't hate German people. I don't have any problem with anybody. But I hate myself being known as Nigerian across the globe. Because I have now realized that, hold on, so all the time I was told I'm Nigerian. There's nothing called Nigeria. Maybe we didn't know then. But now that you know, you want over Tigbo, Afenito, by Tigbo. Koiki, we know. Let's go and allow Sowore to do it first. And then you will decide how we come to become a Yoruba nation. About them, and sort of way we are not Nigerians. Kini Sowore ni se pẹ̀lú yẹn. I don't hate Sowore. Me and Sowore, we talk all the time. I don't hate Tinubu. I don't have contact with him, but I don't hate him. But I don't want him to take me back to where we are not. I don't have any problem with Atiku. Let Atiku go to Adamawa and become the president from that region, if he wants to be. Let's watch this. I'm going to mute my mic so that there will not be interference.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to release the audio.
Yeah, Mr. Aaron Smith was a young, bright, and principled Oxford University graduate who was recruited by the Colonial Office and posted to Nigeria. He took his final examination a year ahead of his class. He also married Mrs. Aaron Smith, whom he met while they were both at Oxford University. Together they went to Nigeria, where they had their 2 children. Mr. Aaron Smith, you were featured in a program recently by BBC Radio 4 titled Document, and that was hosted by Mr. Mike Thompson. You are alleged that the British government rigged the first and most important election in the history of Nigeria in 1959 in favor of the North. Am I correct? Yeah.
You had him there. Do I rewind it? Because some of you will say, let me rewind it. The first ever election after the amalgamators, even to give us freedom so that we can decide who we want to become the first premier. They knew that if Awolowo become the first premier, there might be problem. Just as they know now that even if Yoruba become the president, there will be problem. I am asking again, can the Fulani give up the power? Ǹjẹ́ Fulani Hausa máa fìjọba sílẹ̀? Ti Ọ̀ṣínbàjò, short man devil, evil man. They are killing Christians, killing Muslims, killing Babalawo all over Nigeria. The condolence man. Let him come out and tell us whether he attended the burial of the dead Buhari or the alive Buhari. I'm still asking this question. Ever not deliver fún Ọ̀ṣínbàjò. Pé Koiki ń béèrè pé ṣé ó attend, because information that has reached my desk says he attended a burial ceremony of somebody called Buhari, dead or alive. Let Ọ̀ṣínbàjò come out and defend himself, not through his media. I want him to speak out so that I can use Ogun to then point on him if he's lying. Let the vice president of your Federal Republic of shit-hole Nigeria, let him come out and defend whether he attended the burial ceremony of a man known as Buhari. Idiot. Hey, it can never be possible. You people are just making it up. Making it up as they make up the 1914 amalgamation. Hey, I love Nigeria. It's just that there's a bad leadership in Nigeria. We can deal with them when we go with our PBC. You are all mumu. Let's watch again. I'll mute my mic again.
How long were you in Nigeria for?
From 1955.
They went to Nigeria, where they had their 2 children. Mr. Aaron Smith, you were featured in a program recently by BBC Radio 4 titled Document, and that was hosted by Mr. Mike Thompson. You are alleged that the British government rigged the first and most important election in the history of Nigeria in 1959 in favor of the North. Am I correct?
Yes.
How long were you in Nigeria for?
From 1955 to 1960. And we were based in...
From 1955 to... These are people, he has died now. Hey, I love Nigeria. Nigeria is a good cause. I rise to compatriot, Nigeria's cause. And they kill you in Lekki Toll Gate. You are not looking for PVC. We will use PVC to chase them out. You are all Mumumadu. Mumumadu, every one of you. Let's watch him again.
I was on the staff of the Department of Labour. I was largely occupied with employment problems, all the employment exchanges, and statistics, and international reports, and was kept pretty busy. I was also stationed in Lagos in charge of the capital and port. I was the port labour officer as well, and I also...
I will always love to know the port, you see. I was also in charge of the port. When I say port, that's the Apapa port they're talking about. And since then, since that 1950, since that 1914, since that year that they invaded us, they are still in control of the port. You are my, sometimes when we talk, we are just fabricating, we're making this up. Do you know that your crude oil also comes to Southampton? It's because enough àwọn ìrìn kan wà tẹ́ ká máa rìn ní gbogbo àbọ̀ tí ìgbà tó bá wà náà la máa fi ṣiṣẹ́. Màá gbé yín lọ síbẹ̀, màá fọ́ máa ṣọ́ ẹ̀ láti ta, wọ́n lè má jẹ́ kí n wọlé, màá máa fi wọ̀nyí pé that is where your crude oil is being refined. Idiot all over the place. Hey, it's because of bad leadership. That is why we are suffering in Nigeria. It's because they were created in 1914. That's why you're suffering. Mumumadu. Let's continue to watch him. I'm going to mute my mic again.
Port Labour Scheme, and later a social security scheme, which was one of the first in Africa, which guaranteed workers some income.
Even then, the social security guaranteed workers some income. Look at all the workers now, they're looking at me. They dress up in the morning, they go to secretariat, go work. Now, lie you. I am not joking. Go all over Yoruba land now. People will dress up in the morning. You will think they are going to work. There is no job. That one, Nisha? Let me play this and then I'm going to mute my mic and I will come back again. I want to take calls as well, but do not call. You know the number to call when the time comes, but do not call any other number apart from the number that we're leaving out, which is going to be, plus 44 74 044 05917. Do not call yet now. Let's go a little bit. I'm going to mute my mic.
Finished work. It was a Providence scheme, it's called the National Providence Scheme, and I was very proud to have put that on the statute book.
I was going to ask you what your role is. You mentioned three important. Is there any particular name given to your office while you were there?
I was a labour officer, a senior civil servant.
Okay.
I only intended to stay in Lagos initially for 2 tours of duty. Although, because of this conflict with the elections, there were difficulties. Actually, government wouldn't let me leave the civil service. They were determined that I should stay in the civil service after my 2 tours. And I was offered very considerable incentives, including a knighthood, to stay and work for government. Primarily this was because I had access to the state secrets. I learned, and the Governor-General himself confirmed this to me, that the elections were rigged, contrived. The intention was that the North should rule Nigeria. Even in '56, the northern leaders were very proud and were saying, if they couldn't run Nigeria, never mind elections. They might not join Nigeria, they might leave. And we all thought, well, how would they survive? There were no industries, there's not a great deal of agriculture, some groundnuts in the north. This wasn't very practical at all. And then it was, the Governor-General seemed to be thinking, that the North couldn't, even if it won an election, rule Nigeria by itself. The South wouldn't stand for that. So there had to be a partner, either the Igbos in the east or the Yoruba in the west, to team up with the North. What he didn't want was for the two southern parties, the Igbo and the Yoruba, to team up to form a government, because he believed the North wouldn't tolerate that and talked about leaving the Federation. So as I learned, in a small way at first, but very rapidly I learned about the election fixing, and as I say, this was confirmed to me by the Governor-General. He actually said that he wanted me to know the truth, because he wanted me to know how much trouble I was in.
You mentioned statistics, you were collecting figures. Is that for labor and unemployed people or general?
Primarily, but obviously my interest was in the population
of Nigeria.
Yes, and Awolowo, the Yoruba leader of the action group, and Chief Enaharo, they too, other people were saying, where are all these millions of people in the north? Where are they? We're going up there to campaign, we want to know. And you see all these, thousands of miles of not very developed countryside, and yet the northerners are claiming that their voting registration figures are larger than in the south, larger, far more people up there. Well, actually, if you went through the Igbo land, Enugu land, you saw lots and lots of people. If you went to Ibadan, again, Ibadan teeming with millions of people, but we didn't actually see many northerners, and obviously not many northerners.
I hope you have been enjoying that little information. This man have died now. May so rest in peace, for giving us the truth as usual. We would be asking a lot of us to now make flyers, because it seems maybe we are probably saying, oh, maybe send money. It's now becoming a bit difficult. This man just died. I got the news this morning. Honorable Inse Ekpenyong, representing Oron Federal Constituency House of Representatives, is dead. May so rest in peace. That's one Nigeria. And we want as many of these now. I hope you can all see it. Let me show you that. We need as many of these. Nígbà tá wà nílé, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín lẹ̀ ń ṣe fún wa, lẹ̀ ní kó gbé wá sí soca. I'm not at home does not mean that we cannot receive it. Tẹ́ bá ti pè mí, bí a sticker lẹ bá ṣe ni, flyer lẹ bá ṣe ni, ẹ lọ máa ṣe kẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pè mí. Just as you were doing when we were at home last year. This time last year, I was still in Nigeria. This is April. And I know the amount of how people were making flyers, leaflet, they were sending it. You don't have to say powered by KOIKIMEDIA. But remember that the initiative of this poster, Awala initiated. And I can take glory for that. I initiated Wekamalole poster kakiri across every part of Yoruba land. And we did a lot of that last year. So why then do we have to stop? So at least I want everybody that can afford to do, even if it's the minimum. Ẹ̀yin ṣe ẹ pè mí, èmi á sọ bí tó máa send ẹ lọ, tá ti máa receive ẹ, àdé mo bá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí distribute ẹ. If you don't want to send the money, it's not a problem. You don't have to send money. But we need millions of these that need missing, and I'm not joking, between now and towards the end of the year. I don't want that means every one of us will be held responsible. You're going to drink your Milo and play with your iPad. No, I'm going to start receiving calls. I need my phone now. I'll imagine the phone. We are going to sit down and play with your iPad or go upstairs. The TV is on upstairs. Or you want me to change this one? Should I give you fire truck? Or you play with your iPad? Play with your iPad, sit down there. What? Yeah, go upstairs. The TV is on upstairs. Or you can take your iPad. So we need the posters. You can put your own name as powered by. I remember people were having issues with that. And that was creating a lot of problem. Found one headache in last year. But tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ ló ń fún yín ní problem, ẹ lè forúkọ tẹ̀yìn náà sí, ẹ forúkọ ẹgbẹ́ yín sí. But I need it in there, not thousands. I need it in millions of copies. But má disturb me. No, sit down there. Má yọ mí lẹ́nu. Jókòó síbẹ̀. Jókòó síbẹ̀. Lọ iPad ẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn, lọ fi iPad ẹ̀ ṣeré. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ò yẹ yín nísìn. I need millions ni mo need. So everybody, ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe, tẹ́ bá ti ready. Koiki, èmi ti ṣe 10,000 copies. Mo ti ṣe èmi ò fẹ́ mọ ìtẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ ṣe. Tó bá dẹ̀ pé ẹ fẹ́ káwa ṣe ni fine. Ìyá wa kan tí a lè fún yín ní so much information. Àwọn ló fún wa ní privilege tí a fi ń lo printing kíní wọn ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. All we were paying for then, ìgbà tẹ́ pé kò yẹ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nígbà yẹn, Koiki kàn ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ń ṣe because nobody knows who and who is talking to us. Ẹlòmíì rò pé bí owó wa la fi ń ṣe, àbí bí wọ́n gbé billions kan fún Koiki la fi ń ṣe because they were saying a lot of things. Ojú wọn ti ràn sí. Ẹlòmíì ò mọ̀ pé we just had privilege fáwọn tí wọ́n ń pè wá Koiki ẹ lè ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wa owó material nìkan lẹ́ máa rà ẹ̀ ní san owó ibiṣẹ́ àbí ẹ̀ ní san àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wa. Adẹ̀dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìyá wa yẹn, I need to go into too much detail. And so many of you that were doing that, and I want us to go back into that. Ẹ̀yẹn fi tó kù sílẹ̀ tó bá ti dọ́dọ̀ tèmi. Àmọ́ bó ṣe máa move around, not in one state. I'ma move around. I'ma move. And most important, we need a lot of stickers. Stickers. Tọ́lé lẹ̀mọ́ kan. This is the time. Kò sí eré mọ́. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti dé. Àfẹ́bà create balls yẹn. I need it as mo sọ pé ìdílé kọ̀ọ̀kan nísìn. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ní flag nínú jẹ́ kí ló ń ṣe fún kí ló dé. Kẹ́lẹ́dọ̀dọ̀ ìwé mo ti fún mi lò. Kẹ́lẹ́ lọ jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ mo mi lò. Mo fẹ́ ice cream láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù. Ice cream kọ́ móró ni. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mo yẹ yín nísìn. So we need a lot of that as well. So I'm going to take calls. I'm not here the whole day. Go straight to the point because I have to go at a particular time, which I don't have to say when, but I will definitely cut the broadcast because we have other things to do. This is just the breakfast conversation. This is a media platform. We come out anytime. It doesn't mean a particular time. I can come out multiple times in a day. It's a media platform. This is not a vlog. It's not a blogging platform.
Actually,
so the speaker is on. When you call, it will penetrate through the speaker, and all you need to do is just probably but just continue. So I'm going to take up this man. I think we've had enough from him right now. I can always play that later again. I will just leave the poster. If you want the template, you can call me. I will give you the template so that you can also have the template and then use that. Go, you don't share this thing. Go that side. Eh? What? Oh, the car, your car. Okay. That's it. So, we're going to take a couple of calls. Plus 44 74044 05917. So, I'm going to continue. If we get 1 or 2 or 3 calls, if otherwise, we will probably be ending the program. I still have this one. Have
continued to trail a call earlier in the week by Chief Afe Babalola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, for the suspension of the 2023 general election and the installation of an interim government. The senior lawyer had told a press conference that in the face of the myriad of challenges facing the country against preparations for those elections, the government should resort to postponement, put its house in order, and then find a new date for the polls. But some members of the legal community and the pan-Yoruba socio-political group Afenifere, among other stakeholders, say there was a need for a new constitution, adding that having an interim government in place would not augur well for the country. Join us now to speak more on his call for the suspension.
Imagine, people like these coming out to say, hey, let's go and go interim government. Buhari should go and give us interim government, and then we will then work out another constitution. But Ojo Kolati, for years, they were more concerned about their own investment in that contraction called Nigeria. Let's continue.
of next year's elections and the installation of an interim government, as well as other issues on the front burner of national discourse, is legal luminary and senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Afe Babalola. Great to have you on the program, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Happy to be on your television.
We're certainly delighted to have you. Thank you for taking out the time to be with us here on Newsday.
Thank you.
Now, we'll start.
Good.
Of course. Chief, you recently called for the postponement of the 2023 elections and advocated the installation of an interim national government. Imo Governor Hope Uzodinma and Senator Shehu.
The Wi-Fi, so maybe some of you have been trying to call. Please bear with me. I just realized that the Wi-Fi was turned off. I think it was the late night that we did. I didn't turn it on. The line is now open. Should you want to add one or your own too? You don't have to agree with me like I always say, but the most important thing is we can all agree that Nigeria was created by the British government in 1914. So I guess we have a caller, Nima June, less than a minute plus, love, because I haven't got all the day. And I guess we have a call that is coming through quickly. Hello, caller. Go straight to the point. Go straight to the point.
Contribution to the narrow is nobody to buy the comment to my son. The Bible will banish our processing. I hear that if you have a beginning, but don't believe in the banish. Any Latin would to about commercial people. You know, I need that to operate. I need that to operate brain at my day. That's not day. Because you don't go to the people who don't need you. So, who said, Joe, I will declare our daddy. I will eat me. I declare our daddy.
Eshegoni, thank you so much. Eshegoni, I appreciate. And Emma Benulan can say, I didn't realize that the line was not on, but I've turned on the Wi-Fi now. You can also add your own contribution, which is part of why we say, yes, our language daddy. Yoruba nation, Yoruba kingdom. It's not about KOIKIMEDIA. It's not about the self-determination media. You also have a say. And those of you that still believe in Nigeria, you can also come and tell us the reason why we should keep one Nigeria and come and now defend how and what we should do with the 1914 amalgamation. Maybe we should just forget about that. And then that means you're telling me to forget about my identity. My identity has been shredded under the fraudulent country called Nigeria. Let's quickly listen to this man, Afe Babalola, as a lot of you will know him. Before I go back again.
Sani have kicked against it. Uzodinma says it's a call to anarchy. Is it democratic? And what informed this decision?
Well, thank you very much indeed. Apart from those two,
LinkedIn is awesome, right? But using LinkedIn for straight
giants whose names you mentioned, the governor and the other man, I listened to television, and I read papers, and I found that more than 1,000 people have reacted to my call. And I believe that over 80% of these people are in agreement with me. In other words, they believe that we have reached a stage where we need a new constitution. Look, as far back as 2001.
Pause him there. When these people are talking, they are changing the mindset of people at home. Oh, we have reached a stage. We need a new constitution. Is it about constitution or about the amalgamation of a country that was created? But they have been wealthy. They have been given opportunity. They have got all the links. Afe Babalola is well known all over the world. Let us keep Nigeria for their own investment. Let's go straight to Italy, where I believe this next caller is coming from. Hello, go straight to the point. And enough time. Go straight to the point.
Hello, Mr.
Ekabo. I think I go straight to the point. That's what I need that she going and the time people are right.
Okay.
orí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń lọ ń bẹ̀ especially Èkó ti ẹ̀ worst. Orí Èkó ti ẹ̀ ẹ bá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Yorùbá sábà wọn kò yá sí.
Àwọn àwọn tó wà léwọ́ ṣáwọn tẹ́ fi pa ẹ má wọlé nípa ibà tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation àwọn tẹ́ fi pa o. Kọ́ máa lé Tinubu káàkiri àti tó máa fún ní tẹ́tẹ́ kọ̀bọ̀. All right.
Ó máa dàbẹ̀ gbà jẹ́ pé ó dẹ̀ rí gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ àkànná wọn sọ pé ẹ rọra o. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ẹsẹ̀ dé ní o. Àwọn jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ẹsẹ̀ dé ní o. Ọ̀gbọ̀n tí wọ́n ní kí á ní nǹkan tẹ́ rò lórí Yorùbá nation. Ó lè tètè ó lè fẹ́ possible. Láti ṣe lè possible ó máa rẹ́rìn-ín. Mo dẹ̀ try mo rẹ̀ ṣe my own little way. Mo dẹ̀ tún sign petition fún ṣẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ó ti ẹ̀pọ̀ náà but at the same time wọ́n máa ní òní believe kókó.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni torí àsìkò ni I'm gonna have to rush you. I have to go now. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ má bínú torí àsìkò ni ní time púpọ̀ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ mo lè máa allow kí conversation yìí kó drag too much. Mo dẹ̀ ti parí presentation ìtàn. Thank you so much once again everyone that have called and those that are watching. Let's go back to this man.
I had addressed an organization in Port Harcourt advocating that we need a new constitution because this constitution, one, does not represent the interests of the people. Two, it was not made by the people. When I say that, I want to refer briefly to the 1999 Constitution Preamble, which says, Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. We, the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, having firmly and solemnly resolved, now, hereby make and give to ourselves the following Constitution.
Bàbá, nonsense lẹ́ ń sọ, ẹgbọ́n sókè kọ́lá wa tó ń pè. Bàbá yìí ó dáhùn pé bàbá yìí kò mọ tó ń sọ. Ẹgbọ́n sókè bàbá ó pè.
Ohun tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé a gbọ́dọ̀ wá gbogbo ọ̀nà. Because tá a bá ti make it once and for all, tá a bá ti lè make it this time around once and for all. Wá a gbọ́dọ̀ avoid àti fail o. Because these people, àwọn náà mọ̀ pé omi ti tán lẹ́yìn ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan. Wọ́n mọ̀ every state dey finish. That is why pápá gbogbo ọ̀nà. Gbogbo àwọn ilé tí wọ́n ń jáde sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Plan ni o, game ni o. So, does not even listen to them. Then àwọn èèyàn wá ń lé bí kọ́là tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ ṣe sọ. Àwọn èèyàn wá ń lé nǹkan tó ń ṣe wọ́n ni pé wọ́n ti fi ebi wọ́n ti fi dẹ́kin orí wọn. Ebi àti ẹ̀rù gbogbo jìnnìjìnnì àwọn nǹkan tó ti ń ṣe fún wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ kan gbé wọn kán lù wọn kán ti àwọn lé kán pa lòmíì. So ó ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn wa. So Olúwa ràn wá lọ́wọ́.
Àmín, ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ó bá ṣeé ṣe Ọlọ́run bá bùkún wa every local government ó yẹ ká lọ gba warehouse every local government débi pé a máa subsidize àwọn oúnjẹ àwọn food items tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó bá ń tà bíi 10,000 ká máa tà fún wọn bíi let's say 7,000 6,000 ẹ rí i pé orí wọn á wálẹ̀ wọ́n ti pé pípa tí wọ́n jẹ́ ni o. So Olúwa ràn wá lọ́wọ́. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Let's go back to this man.
Well, all leaders will agree with me that they were not consulted when this constitution was made. It is fraud. And I know as a fact, and I know that in law, any document which is fraudulent is null and void or at least voidable.
So the question is, why should we now continue with election in 2023? That is the reason why Ilana will be going to the court in Ado-Ekiti. It's coming up to 10 minutes to 10 minutes before 10 a.m. in London, where I am transmitting this broadcast from. My name again is OLAMILEKAN. Yes, he has an argument that the constitution is fraud. But the angle that we should now declare an interim government. Declare interim government for who? Why must we go and declare interim government? That is where I disagree with Afe Babalola. Yes, these are meant to be people that are well to know. But the angle that they are going is different. Because some of them just want to protect what they have. Some of them want to protect, their interest rather than the interest of the Yoruba people. And that is why we are saying that enough is enough. The time has come for us to move away from the contraction known as Nigeria. It is a failure. You will never survive when you continue to stick to this contraction. Let's just a little bit more from him.
Vodebun says that we have been actually in spite of that. I'm aware that there's a suit in court now.
Moriembe Omiyale Busoka Mokin Patapata. Yes, they must release the corpse of our brother, our father, our uncle, Adogon, as we continue to say, just as we want justice for KOKORO, justice for everyone that have been going through all kind of difficulties. And yes, we remember our brother, our father, Adogon and Alhaji Fatai. Moki Bogoyini Soka, Moki, Babawa Emia, àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ dilé mú fún bàbá wa Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho. Mo kí gbogbo yín pátápátá ní Soka, ní both old and new house láti bíbá àǹkí.
Challenging the validity of this constitution. That is by the way. There is also provided in the same constitution, section 14, paragraph B, which says, the Federal Republic of Nigeria shall be a state where the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. And I repeat, the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. You are there listening to me. Security has broken down. The welfare of the people, of course, you know what that means. There's poverty everywhere. We are rated as the worst, the poorest capital.
Are you a parent and struggling with debts over £6,000? Did you know that as a resident
of the world, that's contrary to what the constitution says. I'm worried about it. And all those who commented, I thank them, particularly those who agree with me. And I also thank the two people you mentioned for their comment. But apparently they didn't have full knowledge of my speech particularly on the security and the poverty and employment going on in the country today. I know as a father that years back, before independence, the white men came here and found as a father there was no poverty in this country. In this
Let's listen to this.
Why are we afraid of a referendum? Referendum simply means that the people buy into the document so that it does not just become plastic. It becomes animated. It carries the will of the people. It carries their imprimatur. It becomes legitimate. It becomes respected. It becomes autonomous. It enjoys the will, respectability, and legitimacy of the people, as the American people did. In about 1788, in Philadelphia, when they met.
I'm going to play that one more time, then I'm going to mute my mic. And then we'll play the last video, and then we're going to start winding down. We hope to be back again later on in the afternoon. As we continue to demand that we exit out of this nonsense Jagbajantis country that have kept us in. Let's listen to Pa Ayo Adebanjo on his view to probably what his other big uncle. I don't know. These are elderly people that should be talking about Yoruba nation. And once they keep Nigeria, they still want to hold on to Nigeria, the same Nigeria that the British government put together forcefully in 1914. They still want to be loyal to Nigeria. Let's go and restructure. But let's just listen to what he has to say here.
My recommendation is that they should change this constitution now before it is done. If you don't change it now, there'll be chaos.
Before that, there have been agitations for self-determination, Yoruba nation and all that.
My dear, many of you don't understand when I say I don't support secession, I don't oppose it. When they refuse to do restructuring, secession will follow.
What ìkan náà ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ lọ máa sign petition, ẹ lọ máa bu ọwọ́ lù ú, ẹ máa fáwọn tó wà nílé ní gbogbo support tó bá need. No matter how small you can do it. Again, we are now saying ẹ máa produce ẹ kẹ́ send ẹ sí wa. Ẹ ní láti send owó. We need millions of stickers. Ibi tẹ́tí fẹ́ rí bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe Ọlọ́run á pèsè fún gbogbo wa. Let us get these things out as quickly as possible and start distributing it to every part of Yoruba land. As I'm bringing the broadcast to an end in just about a few seconds, I say to every one of us that this is a message again from our own father, our own uncle, our own, as usual, Imole Yoruba. Onikaloma Buowolu. This is what he has to say. And as we're going to be saying to everyone, thank you so much to everyone that have stayed tuned on this particular conversation. We appreciate everyone, and we say, from this part of the globe, we will be back again with more evidence to prove to those Efelefu that still wants to keep one Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria will never be a country. We will never be one. The only way we can have a better life is for every one of us to have our own peace. Thank you so much again, Omiyale. Yes, it's getting to 1 year. The body of Adogon, our uncle, our father, has not been returned to us. And we are still demanding that the Janjaweed government release the dead body so that the family can give them a befitting burial. And we are asking again that our brother, the uncle that were killed at Chief Sunday Igboho's house, they must now release the body for a proper burial. Ọlọ́run túbọ̀ wà pẹ̀lú àwọn family wọn tí wọ́n fi sílẹ̀ àti ẹbí àti mọ̀lẹ́bí àti ọ̀rẹ́ àti gbogbo ará. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí gbogbo wọn Ọlọ́run àbọ̀ á tù wọ́n ní ọkàn àti ẹ̀mí. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá lè kàn sí wọn, ẹ fi ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ kékeré ni fún ìyàwó Àdògán, ni ẹ kàn sí Omíyalé, a mọ̀ bí ó ṣe máa dọ́dọ̀ wọn. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ tí ń ṣe náà tí a wà aware of, there's a particular group which we continue to say Yoruba Trust Fund, Yoruba Trust National Fund. We have already encouraged people to go and put our little 1 kobo, 10 kobo there. But like I always say, there will be different platforms that will need different support at any time. If you think you can do it, just do it and don't ask questions, because at the end of the day, everybody is playing a role. I am just playing my role. You can play your role. Your role might be different from mine, but I know at some point things will become very hot and we might have to change the cap from that one I was wearing to this one we are wearing. You all get the message, but it's just a matter of time. One thing is, We will defend our land, just as Ukraine is defending their land from the invasion or whatever is happening in Russia. It doesn't matter. We're not, whatever is happening there is going to our problem. There's more problem in Yoruba land that is concerned to me. And there's more problem that has occurred in Nigeria that the international community decided not to talk about. There are millions of Nigerians that are living in the IDP camp. There are millions of Nigerians. Monday morning now, they're just going around. One, Nisha. One hustle. Everything is fake. Nothing is working. And on that note, I say thank you so much. Tabauti Wele. Ele na pe ma fi stop lórí M1. Hey, dúró síbẹ̀, má gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Everybody pé àwọn tó fẹ́ lọ through M25. Àwa máa wọlé àwọn tó fẹ́ lọ through M25. But tó bá ti fẹ́ máa di pé ó fẹ́ máa gbóná ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ, àwa change sí irú nǹkan báyìí. Tí a máa fi sọ pé ní lọ níbi kankan lẹ́ni gbogbo àjọ máa takú síbẹ̀ ni. Ó kù díẹ̀ ni. It's just a matter of time. You might think it's not going to happen. All thing I can say to everyone is just be vigilant, because the invaders are not ready to back out. The infidels, those criminals that have invaded all the territory of Nigeria and has a strong backing from the federal government. I didn't say that. There's evidence to that. My uncle, comrade, the former Navy comrade, told us that they want to Fulanize Nigeria. They want to Islamize Nigeria. I am a Muslim, you are a Muslim, it's got nothing to do with that. I am a Christian, you are a Christian, it's got nothing to do with that. I am a Babalawo, Onishashi, it's got nothing to do with that. If we do not stop now, one day you will wake up and you will never see any country called Nigeria. And on that note, have a very good morning. Bye for now, and I'll be back again same time, sometime when you see me. But for now, let's just remind us what this man have to say, and that will be for me, Odabo.
Which is it for you, Dr. Badaya? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers. That's big.
Yes. Okay, how would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.